On boys and girls of YouTube, today's video, a top 5. We're getting back into it. We're doing the guides, we're cranking it out. We're getting back to our roots, and we're gonna help you guys get good at the game. But before we jump into this top 5 jungle guide, today's video is brought to you and sponsored by Displates. If you don't know what Displate is, you probably haven't watched any of my videos or any of my streams lately, because they're there and they've been there for a long time. So they're all around. That's a Displate. It's a metal poster with a ridiculously high quality image on it. They have all kinds of stuff on the website just for reference. You see I have Thor here. I've got some shoes behind me. I've had these up here for like a year and a half. Kobe Bryant, you can't see them. They're up behind my shoes. They're up top, so when people walk in, they can see them. I have a Scylla one right here. Look at this. Oh, look at this. Look at the quality of this, man. It's so, to me, it's so cool. They hang up really easily. So you take this little magnet, it's sticky on this side. You take this part off, stick it up against the wall, and then you can hang these up however you want. And you can swap them around whenever you want to. It takes 5 seconds to literally hang something like this up, which is awesome. It's perfect, and you can adjust it and do whatever you want. You should really check it out if you're trying to find some way to spruce up your room, your gaming room, anywhere. My wife has a Capitals one in her classroom. They have so much stuff. Like, I was just looking, like I put in basketball. This is so cool. All of mine are large posters, by the way. They're all large ones if you're wondering about the size. They're medium, large, and then there are very, very big ones. They're Smite posters. So if you type in Smite, you've got all kinds of stuff. All kinds of stuff. The extra large ones are 4 pieces. This is very, very big. It's awesome. I have one of those, not Smite ones. It's a inspirational one. It's up on my wall on my left over here. You can't see it, but they have so much cool stuff on this website. Like I said, Smite, sports, video games, anime, bro. Like, you guys are obsessed with anime. They have everything. I don't know anything about any of this stuff I just pulled up, but they have everything. If you guys are interested in grabbing some of this stuff, use the link below. The discount should be automatically applied. Just by using the link. You don't have to put in code weekend, and go grab yourself some cool stuff, because the quality is, like I said, the quality is all around. The metal, the image quality, it's awesome. It's just, I don't know, I have nothing but good stuff to say, and because I've had this stuff for over a year. It's awesome. So thank you, checking it out. Take 5 seconds, and we're gonna go ahead and jump into this video. We're gonna go ahead and jump into this top 5 junglers video, and just go ahead and power through it, get it done real quick, so you guys know what you should be playing. In the most recent patch, they nerfed the hell out of Humbats. His ult's on a longer cooldown, and it's going to be a big impact on Humbats. He'll still be played. He's not going to be trash, but I think it is going to heavily impact him and how much people value him. I mean, I know it is, like, just straight up it is. So I'm going to actually move him out. He used to be my second, third jungler. I really had like Thor, Humbats, Dodgy. We're gonna drop Humbats out, pretty much out of the top 5. So if you're wondering where he is, that's why. We'll see what happens. I think realistically, he'll always be someone you could argue into the top 5 in some way, shape, or form. But realistically, I'm probably gonna put him at like a 6-7 for me right now. So we're gonna go jump into it. We're gonna go over the god, the build, and the ability leveling that you're really focusing right now. Just is what it is. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna start with Serket. Serket is gonna be number 5. You already know what she does. She has ridiculously good damage, even after the nerf she went through, which they thought would basically just take her out of the support role, which it kind of did. But she still does a ridiculous amount of damage, and you're looking at going an ability based build, 10 CDR power. And then you want a little bit of defense. You want a mantle. You might go with a second defensive item. You want 1 or 2 defensive items, 100%. So you aren't dying while you're ulting on top of a mage and the hunter's hitting you, or you're ulting on the hunter and the mage is hitting you. You just want to be able to survive through those key points. Ability wise, go to the god builder. Ability wise, you're starting with your 1. Your 1 is going to be your key ability all throughout the game. You are then going to go, if you're safe, your 2, especially if you're looking to be aggressive, your 3, your 1 again, your ults, your 1, maxing it first, obviously, going with your 2 second, leveling up your ult when you can, maxing that 2, maxing that ult, maxing the 2, maxing the 3, maxing the 3, maxing the ult. So a lot of people don't realize how much damage and how the kit really works. I've covered this multiple times over the years, but we're going to do it again. So the passive, if you don't know, is every time you get 2 poisons on somebody and you auto them, it does 10% of their health. Every time you get 3 poisons on somebody and you auto them, it does 20% of their health, right? To get a poison on somebody, you hit them with you hit them with the 1, puts up a poison. Hit them with the 2, puts up a different poison. Ult them, puts up a 3rd poison. So the only way to do the full passive is to land your 2, your 1, and your ultimate. If you're just looking for poke or you don't have your ultimate up, doing your 2 and your 1 and then autoing will get the 10%. That should be easy enough to follow. Your combos are usually going to be opening up with a 2. So you're going to 2 them. They're going to walk towards you as long as no one else is around. You're then going to 1 them. You're then going to ult them, throw them into the closest wall so you can get an auto off very quickly while they're still being tossed. And then you'll do your full passive. That'll be a full rotation of abilities. We should know that, right? So there's the abilities. Item wise, I'm just going to pull up Smite Source, my website, for a build because all my assassins have your builds on here. So go do this. Boom. Smite Source. Serket. Get a hybrid jungle build. If it'll load up. Come on, Smite Source. There we go. Oh, this is not the right one. Not season 7. Sorry. I might not have updated Serket's build for season 7. We might have to do this live right here. Yeah, we're updating this right now. So we're gonna edit this. Boom. We're gonna. I don't have a preference for Crusher right now. I think Crusher's a little eh. So this is the main damage build. I think getting CDR online is really important. Even if the other team has a healing of any kind, you're gonna want to go brawlers first. So in a real build, brawlers is super clutch, right? We're putting brawlers in first. Awesome. Got brawlers. Great. Let me make sure this is full screen. So boots. Even boots, I'm going Talaria. It's crazy how much. Ooh. It's crazy how much everything has changed. Where the hell are Talaria boots, bro? There we go. Just in, I don't even know, like 3 weeks, how much the meta has shifted in terms of builds. So anyway, Talaria boots, dope. Brawlers, if they have healing. If they don't, you can just go right into the Jotuns. Then you're going to want to go Jotuns afterwards. You're gonna want Erendite, and boom, boom, boom. As I said, you're gonna want Mantle. Boom, boom, boom. Here's your overall full build. You're getting full CDR. You're getting anti-heal. You can sell your boots for more defense if you need it. You can sell it for a Magi's Blessing if you're getting CC'd. You can sell it for more power, a Titan's Bane if you need it. But this build right here is pretty much perfect. You have no issues with it. You can swap the items around if you need to. No problem, right? Great. So there's a full build. And this is what I highly recommend. Having at least one defensive item. Mantle, if it almost 90% of the time, if it is just one defensive item. And then you can look at selling boots for another one. So there is Serket's build. And we'll go ahead and go. That was number 5 on our list, by the way. I'm going to go ahead and jump over. And we're going to do Ravana. Ravana is going to be our number 4 on the list. Kind of went over what Serket does. Serket's real power right now is her clear speed. Clearing and farming and getting around the map. Same reason Talaria boots are in the builds and being built by a lot of people right now. The clear speed. Just getting around the map, instant clearing buffs, especially early, and being able to farm as fast as possible while also still having really good team fight, really good gank potential, really good damage in the kit without wasting the abilities to get around, right? So that's why Serket's really good and why I have her in the top 5. Ravana is going to be our number 4. He's a little bit different because his clear is a lot slower early game. Way slower early game. His big point is the fact that he can be in pretty much everyone's faces without taking a shit ton of damage because of his immunity, because of his immunity frames with his ult, being able to jump over shit, and the fact that he just pumps out a lot of damage with the builds that are available right now. So, and they just buffed him. They just buffed his 1, I believe. It has like 10 more damage on it, which is, I think it's 890 at base and then 310 at max. He's going to be an awesome pick after the, well, he's the awesome pick right now. It'll be even better after the patch. So, leveling your 1, leveling your 3. Really, you want to level your 2 just to be safe and smart about it. If you don't need to worry about that, you can go with the 1 here instead. You don't have to do that, but you know, it is what it is. This is what I would do. Max your 1 as soon as possible because it's your big damage. You're going to want to go blink on Serket, blink on Ravana, and then beads after. If they have a lot of CC, open with beads, go blink after. Just you gotta judge what kind of CC they have and how much risk you are at dying, how much at risk you are dying. If you're really at risk, buy beads first. Go with beads first. So here's where a lot of people get back and forth, I guess. So if you level up to 2, the cooldown goes down 4 seconds. So every 4 seconds faster, you can be immune and take less damage, and it still does good damage, right? The big thing with the 3 is the power scale, or the damage scaling. You're going from 100 base to 260, and realistically, the fights, especially in the current meta, they're not long and prolonged. You're not going to use your 2-3 times in a fight. You might use it twice, probably just going to use it once. You're going to insta kill somebody, the fight's going to be over, you're going to win. So I believe maxing the 3 is going to always be the move here. You're also going to look at leveling your ultimate as well for the damage mitigation plus the extra damage. So max the 1, max the ult, max the 3, whenever possible. Max the ult. 2. So there's ability build. Straightforward, easy peasy. Go ahead and pull up the Smite source website. We're going to go to builds, assassins, and we're going to go to Ravana. And we're going to look at, so these I have the builds a little more updated. We have a season 7 jungle build, season 7 damage build. Season 7 jungle build is basically the damage build. I really like Ninja Tabby on Ravana, but at the same time, as I said, we're prioritizing farm. Oh, this is the wrong build. This is the Transcendence build that people were still building. I'm not about the Transcendence build. This is what I'm about right here. Crusher can be swapped out for Jotuns, 100%. Doesn't make a difference. That's really your preference spot right now. If you're fighting a shit ton, Jotuns is going to be awesome. If you're going for just in and out, insta kill, and then a minute later, maybe you fight again, then you're probably just going to go Crusher, because Crusher is going to pump out the most damage possible. Hydras and Erendite can be flip-flopped depending on how you want it. This is more of like, I get a lead, I want to stomp. A Crusher Erendite would be more standard, and a Jotun's Erendite would just be your spamming abilities pretty much nonstop. But this is going to get you enough CDR. You can swap out Titan's Bane for Mantle as usual. Not really a big deal. So I'll do these just so you guys know what I would be looking at outside of the current build shown. So I would grab a Mantle of boom. All right. And I said I would go Talaria boots here. Boo, 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 boo. I hate having to do it like this. Need to update the website. Bingo, bango. Boom, boom, boom. Oh my gosh, I messed up, boys. I have made a mistake. All right, so. Cool. So, this would be the build I'd be looking at. Talaria boots, Crusher, Erendite, Hydras, Heartseeker, Mantle. Can flip-flop however you need in terms of survivability. If you're dying, go Mantle earlier. If, like I said, you want CDR, swap this out for a Jotuns and throw that in the build. Build it early, obviously. You're going to bingo, bango, boongo. Move it around, move it around, move it around. You're going to be looking at something like this. With this core 3, Mantle might not be the move. Obviously, you'd be overcapping CDR. My thing is late game, I do like to sell Jotuns and swap it out for something if I'm just farming them. I'm going to want to get a low CDR item, and I'm going to want to just look for power and the hybrid build. So here is our Ravana build. Notice beads and relics, or beads and blink still. Standard shit. Nothing too weird. Go ahead and go to number 3 on the list. And I think these last 3 are going to be a little bit all over the place. So Pele. Pele is going to be my number 3. I love Pele right now. Once again, farming, fantastic. She's fast around the map with the 3. Throw Talaria boots in that. She's super fast. I go the sustain build. She does fucking fantastic. I start with my 3 for clearing. I max my 1. I level my 2. I like to level up my 1 because that's going to be the best way to running around the map. In farming, it also does a shit ton of damage in fights, and you're able to poke wherever you are without putting yourself out of position. Obviously, leveling up the ult when you can. Leveling up the 1. I like to level up the 3 outside of that. So max the ult whenever you can, max the 1 whenever you can, level the 3 in between those situations. Then I level the 2. Get a lot of questions. Why don't you like leveling the 2 second? Well, thing with the 2 is it's dope, right? It's fantastic. It does a lot of damage. It's 250 damage at max rank. The circle at rank 3 and 5, the area expands. That's the thing. You have to get up to rank 3 for the area to actually expand and make a difference. And if you're jungling and you're single targeting somebody, which you're doing on Pele, you should be on top of that target anyway. You don't need the extra range early game to get it off. You're super fast with your 3. You're going to Laria boots. You're crazy fast. You're gonna have speed buff, so you're way faster than them. There's no reason your 3 should not be, or sorry, your 2 should not be landing with a low level version of it. On top of that, your 3's damage is amplified. It's always gonna be 30%. So you could go whatever you want. Like leveling the 2 here, it's not like you're dumb, you're bad for leveling the 2. No, level the 2 or the 3, it's preference. But the damage on the 3 scales up very, very quickly. Your amplified damage, meaning when you double tap the 3, you're 60% speed. So your speed is fast as shit. You're doing 80 damage a tick plus 20% of your physical power. 80 damage a tick. On Pele, you're usually on top of somebody for a good amount of time. So you've got insta burst, probably hitting one person for 250 plus the 80% scaling, or you have every tick hitting for 80 damage plus 20% scaling. Say you hit that 4 times, right? That's 320 damage plus 80% scaling. It's more. So if you can be on top of them for whatever it is. It ticks every second, I guess it says, but it does not feel like that. I think it ticks a little bit faster. I think it's like 2 ticks a second or something like that. You're going to get all 4 ticks if you're single targeting somebody. You're on top of them. First of all, your 3's on, you blink on top of them. Tick. Knock them up, another tick. Hit them with the ult, another tick. Auto them, another tick. Auto them again, another tick. So you're actually looking at 4 to 6 to 7 ticks, especially if they're using actives or whatever they may be doing to live a little bit longer. You can get off a lot of damage with your 3. And while it might not be guaranteed, it has high value when it happens. And on your 2, you're really just doing it for the range, I feel like, and less for the burst damage. So that's why I level up my abilities the way I do. Now we're going to go to the build. I want to go to the build in here just because I want to do it real quick. And I know I've changed my build pretty drastically over time. Once again, if they have healing, always brawlers here. If they have any healers. They have Kamazots, you're getting anti-healing. They have Afro, anti-healing. Hell, anti-healing. Sylvanas, anti-healing. Yamoja, anti-healing. They have the Horus, anti-healing. You're going anti-healing here if you see those kind of gods. If you don't see those kind of gods, you can get away with going CDR and doing whatever the hell you want. So boom, Jotun's Wrath if not. But we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna assume everyone has healing right now, because they do. People seem to not realize that. I don't know why. Then we're gonna go into the lifesteal. I love getting Soul Eater here, and it's not because in team fights I can sustain and do so much damage. Usually they're gonna have full anti-healing. You're not gonna sustain in team fights. It's the fact that you can go in, you can insta-kill somebody, then you can walk over to a lane and full heal because you have Soul Eater. That's where the big value comes in. Plus it has CDR, plus it has a lot of power on it. It's not a bad item by any means. Then after this, I am looking at going either Erendites or a Hydras. Probably gonna go Erendite here. Probably going to go Hydras here, and then going to go Heartseeker here, and that would be my full build. I would sell boots for either a Titan's Bane if I need more pen, or a Mantle if I'm trying to live. The Mantle would put you at 40% CDR without a pot. The Titan's Bane would put you at 30% without a pot, and then with the pot you'd be at 40%. So you can, this is like the optimal build. You can swap Hydras and Heartseeker here if you want to. You could also swap Erendite to a later part of the build because it is a little bit more expensive than Hydras. It just depends on what you're trying to do. But getting Soul Eater early enough that you can stack it up. You stack a lot faster at this point in the game than you do at this point in the game. Sounds weird, but it is what it is. At this point in the game, you're able to run the lanes and leech and get farm a lot easier and quicker, and you're moving around the map faster. So here is where I find Soul Eater to be ideal at being built. And this is the build I go. This is the build I love. It's worked out really well. Had a lot of fun with it. That's what I recommend on Pele. And for playstyle, Pele is just similar to everyone else. You're diving backline. You're looking to insta-kill mages and hunters. All the assassins right now are played the exact same. Once again, a lot of CC, build beads first. Not a lot of CC, build blink first. Boom. That's Pele. And then we've got Daji as our number 2, which really shouldn't be that surprising because I've had Thor, Hunbats, Daji in my top 3, and I said we move Hunbats out. Ability wise, you're level your 2, you're level your 1 if you're feeling safe, 3 if not, and then your 3, you're level your 2 to rank 2, and you're going to leave it there for a long while. Level the alt, level the 1, because this is where you're going to start looking to do damage. Your 1 is where you're doing your burst damage. It's on a very short cooldown with CDR, and it's automatically going to do the full damage. Your 2, not always going to do the full damage. The mitigation increase is awesome. That's why we're going to max that second and not right now. So max the 1. I'm not worried about leveling my ult. The shot damage off of it is cool, but we're not worried about that. We're worried about the big burst, the consistent poke, and that shit. So we're leveling the 2, like I said, boom. Then we're gonna level the 3 because the 3 has good damage on it. It scales up to 230, has 80, or goes up to 230 and has 85% scaling. Great ability, and that's your full kit. You're gonna 3 auto, 1 auto, 2 auto, boom, full combo. Great. Then max the alt last. Items, same as everyone else. You're looking at the brawlers, you're looking at Talaria boots, you're looking at brawlers. Power boots are good too. Obviously on all these guys, power boots are great too. Talaria is just what I would recommend and prefer because you're looking at farming. Farming is really core in the meta right now because the game is over between 25 and 30 minutes. Most games at that point are literally done. Some games go 50 minutes, some games go 40 minutes, but your average game right now is like 24 minutes. The game's decided. You're up 15k gold and it's just about how long it takes you to end. That's why I'm looking at the Talaria boots to get that farm as fast as possible. So build wise, boom, God Builder, like I said, Talaria boots, boom, anti-heal, boom, Erendite. This sounds a little weird to a lot of newer players. Erendite, coming off the ult with Erendite allows you to chase and do damage or allows you to run the fuck away. Very, very nice. Hydras, because you know Hydras is pretty goddamn core on dodgy. Then we're looking at Heartseeker, and then we're looking at a Mantle. The builds are all pretty much the fucking same right now. Sell boots or Titan's Bane if you want more pen, or sell it for more defense. Man, fucking Magi's Blessing. You could actually get CDR because you're probably gonna want to cap CDR. So with a pot you will here, but if for some reason you're struggling, this could be Spirit Robe instead of Mantle and Spirit Robe, whatever you want to do. Really just looking at all the robes and buying what you need when you need them. You need pen, build the pen. There's the build. There's Dodgy. Dodgy's ability and importance really scales up when the other team doesn't have CC immune ults. So you're looking at Dodgy, and Dodgy's value really spikes when you're looking at, say they have mages and they've got stuff like Merlin, whose ult's not gonna have CC immunity, has no CC immunity in his kit. Kukulkan, no CC immunity in the kit. I mean, there's Vulcan, Thoth, there's a bunch of mages like that, right? But if they have stuff like Aphrodite and Hell, Dodgy's kind of meh. She's really not, her ult's gonna have zero importance throughout most of that game, and realistically they're gonna return just as much damage as you're gonna do at the same time. So it's hit or miss on how that goes. It's not the worst matchups in the world, but it definitely doesn't excel in those situations. Same goes for every role. They have a hunter, they have Ul, hey, Dodgy's gonna be good. They have Terra, they have Yamoja, they have any of these guardians that don't have CC immune ults. Gonna be awesome picks. Warrior wise, you don't really worry too much about the warriors. There are a decent amount you can pull, but at the same time, kind of hard to worry and focus about them. So that is our number 2. Now we're gonna go up to number 1 on the list, which shouldn't be surprising. You're seeing him prioritized pretty much everywhere all the time. People are still confused about how to level your abilities though. Max the 1 whenever possible, max the 3 whenever possible, boom. So max the 1, you want to have your stun obviously so you can combo. Ultimate when possible, level the 1, level the 3, level the 1. And then here's where people get a little meh. What do I want to do? So leveling with the stun is going to go, once it's at max rank, it's going to put it at 1.6 second stun. It's going to guarantee you hit the double tap all the time. At rank 1, your double taps are not guaranteed to hit. If they're right in front of you and you stun and throw your 1 out, on the way back, the stun will be ending and they'll be able to move out of the way. So you will have to path with them, left or right, whatever it may be. That's where people struggle. So if you struggle at doing that, you might want to level the 2. If you don't struggle at doing that, you might want to level the ultimate. It really just depends on how it goes. They nerfed the arc damage, but you still do get a decent amount of damage by leveling up the ult now because they added in arc damage to the kit. So I like leveling up the ult whenever I can. It's up to you. Max the 2 first or the ult first. It really shouldn't matter because your core abilities are your 1 and your 3, and that's where all your damage is coming in. Your 1 being your main source of poke. So there's Thor's regular stuff. The build's the same. Talaria boots, looking at anti-heal if they have any amount of healing. We're looking at Erendite, and we are looking at Hydras, and we are looking at Heartseeker, and then we are looking at Mantle. Full build. Same shit. All the gods are very, very similar right now, as you can see. So there's our top 5 junglers. Prioritize these gods. You don't need to, even if you're a new player, you don't need to be like, what new god, what god should I play because I'm new? Like, I want to play something that doesn't take a lot. No. All the gods are taking, for the most part right now, equal amounts of skill. Back in the day, Serket used to be thought as one of the higher skill assassins. Realistically, they're all about the same. You should not be learning one over the other. You need to learn these 5 or 3 of these 5 and just work on them and get to a point where you're very comfortable on them, and then expand to the next one. But yeah, I think if you're playing these gods, you are going to be in a perfect place. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know if you guys have any questions. I will mention that I've seen a lot of Nike jungle lately, and I think we might be on some weird time where Nike jungle might actually be good. So that's like an honorable mention. This isn't me saying don't play other junglers, by the way. Like Susano is still good, Hunbats is still good, Mercury still has some value, Wheelix still has good counter picks, Rat is still really good in general, just bad late game. Naja is really good. Like there is a lot of good picks. Camazot's still really good. It's just those are going to be the ones that their kit excels. They have CC in their kit, they have immunity in their kit, they have a lot of damage in their kit, they have everything you need, where a lot of those other gods and junglers might fail at farming, might fail early game, might not have a lot of CC, might be lacking somewhere. So there's the top 5. Like I said, any questions you have, drop them in the comments below. I will get out a top 5 mids probably tomorrow, so be ready for that, and we'll just work our way up to top 5s. Have a good day, guys.